Gold Coasters. Good to see you this afternoon. And I've got the pleasure of introducing you to Pete Neal. He's from Arthur's Pass. He's a motelier. And like about 16,000 others, he's concerned about NZTA's proposal in relation to closing the road when it looks like there's a bit of snow. Pete, what's your take on the whole thing?
Well, the key word you used there was they're closing it when there's a bit of snow. And it is literally like that now. It's last weekend was an example where even before it started snowing, I think the road was pretty much closed. It closed about 1 o'clock on Saturday. Here in the village, we had maybe 3 centimetres of snow. So Porter's Pass, because it was a southerly, at a guess, might have had 5, maybe 10 centimetres of snow. So the road was closed, supposedly so that the roading crew can work in a safer environment to enable themselves to clear the road. But the road then stayed closed for the best part of 19 hours. It didn't open again until 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. There was a brief opening between about 5 and 6, which let a few cars through. But it's basically they're having it either open or closed. So very similar to what they've had for Lewis Pass for the last 3 years. And Lewis Pass is it's a totally different kettle of fish from Arthur's Pass. You know, there's very few people that actually live on that road. And the reason they put that in for Lewis Pass was after it became the replacement State Highway 1 with the Kaikoura quakes. So it's a totally different kettle of fish, really, and it shouldn't be the same policy for State Highway 73.
So, Peter, in simple terms, what is it that they're proposing?
Well, in simple terms, it's either open or it's closed. So there's no grey area where you can travel the road if you've got chains or if you've got a 4-wheel drive or you're an obviously capable driver who's, I mean, like me, you've probably driven the road for the last 50 odd years as well, Bruce. So a lot of us who have driven that road for that length of time know what we're capable of and know the road well, and are fully aware that if there's only 3 or 4 centimetres of snow, there's no need to close it at all. Sure, if there's a half-metre drop of snow, then yeah, close it, clear the road, close it, but it shouldn't need to be closed for 3 or 4 centimetres of snow.
So, Peter, one of the things that I'm grappling with is we've got a lot of people who go over your way skiing.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the only time they can go is when there's snow around.
Yep.
Seems quite bizarre.
It is. You know, the ski fields, as soon as you get off State Highway 73, you're going up basically gravel roads, the bulk of them, and you'll need to fit chains to go up those roads. But if there's only a little dribble of snow between Springfield or between Otira and the Skifield Road turnoffs, then you're not going to be able to even get to the base of the Skifield roads. So yeah, the ski fields are pretty fired up about it as well, and we're hoping a lot of them. We've got a meeting Wednesday the 17th, so we're hoping a lot of them will also be fronting up at this meeting at Castle Hill.
Now, Peter, where's the meeting and what time is it?
Okay, it's next Wednesday, the 17th. It's at 6 p.m. and it's at the Castle Hill Community Centre. And
where's the community centre there, Pete?
It's basically you turn into Castle Hill Village, and it's just by the tennis court, so about 100 metres up the road on the left-hand side. We've chosen that. That's sort of the midway point, and in theory, it should be big enough. But it sounds like there's going to be quite a few people there. So if you are going to turn up, I'd suggest you bring something warm because you may be standing outside, depending on how many people.
Now, Peter, did you set up who set up the poll or the petition?
The petition, that was just some guy who I think is pretty keen on coming up to Arthur's Pass and visiting the mountains, and he may be involved with one of the ski clubs. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't spoken to him at all. Well, not face to face. I've had a couple of chats with him on Facebook, obviously, and he's a bit blown away by the extent of it. You know, like you just said earlier, 15,000 people have signed already, and it's only been open for 48 hours.
That's incredible.
It's mad. I mean, so there's only 30 odd people that live in Arthur's Pass Village, so we haven't gone and signed it 500 times each. I can tell you that.
Now, it's good to see that the Selwyn District Council Mayor, Sam Broughton, is going to lead the charge. He'll be at the meeting.
Yeah,
I suspect there'll be some from the coast as well.
Yep, we're hoping so. And unfortunately, we've got the apology from you, obviously, and Tania Gibson from the Grey Mare. She's also put in apologies. But Sam Broughton is going to be there. He's sort of going to be chairing the meeting, and it's mainly being organised by Fiona McDonald from Castle Hill Committee.
Yep.
But obviously, we're really trying to promote it well. We've got a really good email database to get around a lot of people in the area. So we're expecting quite a big turnout. It's the high country stations as well. The high country stations are all pretty pissed off about it because obviously they need to have access for their stock and for their workers. And
so Pete, as we wind this up, it seems to me that we've all had a bit of a hiding from COVID-19, and we've got a bit of ground to make up. This is not going to. This policy is not going to help, is it?
No, it's not going to help at all. It's we need as many people as possible to be able to come up and enjoy Arthur's Pass and enjoy the whole State Highway 73 and get to the West Coast to enjoy what's available on the West Coast as well. And if they can't get through because there's 2 drops of snow on Porter's Pass, then it's just going to make it really difficult for everybody.
Yeah, well, Pete, like you, I've been driving it for 40 years. I don't recall ever having a problem. In fact, I don't think I've ever put chains on.
No, I can vaguely recall putting chains on back in the 80s. But like you say, I mean, I've lived here for 7 years now and holidayed up here for 54 years. And once I've had to put chains on. The last couple of years, I've had what they called a residence pass. So locals, Arthur's Pass, Castle Hill, anyone living on the road got given a pass. So when it wasn't a situation like it was on Saturday, in theory we'd be able to flash our pass and we'd be allowed through because we'd already established that we had a 4-wheel drive vehicle and we had chains. So we would get preferential pass to go through the road because it was either to get home or to attend our work or business. But they've dropped that for an option again this year as well. So we don't even have that choice. We'll be stuck at the roadblock at Springfield or Aotearoa just like everybody else.
Well, Pete, I think you've got huge support, and I'm not sure if I can make the meeting yet, but I'm going to do my very best. Good luck with the meeting. If there's anything we can do, make sure you let us know. NZTA, no doubt, will be listening, and I'm sure the Minister will be listening as well. I mean, this has got a major negative impact on a lot of us, and it's great that you're standing up to be counted. Good that Sam Broughton's become involved. He's a good guy. Let's see what comes out of it. So just in conclusion, it's at Castle Hill, and it's at 7 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. at Castle Hill next Wednesday, the 17th.
We'll look forward to seeing you, and thanks so much for your time.
That's right. Thank you. Cheers, Bruce.